Hello, viewers, and welcome to Global Talk on Amaze TV. Well, if you're just joining us, you have to know that Amaze TV is a partnership with One Go Television and, of course, Catel Airwaves Online. So make sure you catch all the latest on our Facebook page at Amaze TV. Well, inside today, the president of Salon, His Excellency Dr. Julius Madabio, don't give in speech concerning plenty things that may go on around the country where like not they go on fine. And we will get for hearing more on that as the program they continue. And also there was a press release from the office of the president stating that David Morris Pandanoa is appointed, as the Minister of Internal Affairs. We're also going to be talking on that. Well, that one is subject to approval in Parliament. Well, all the stories include our international updates from Kuwait and Dubai are all lined up in this edition of Global Talk. So stay with me for the next 1 hour as it's going to be interesting all the way. All right, viewers, welcome back to Global Talk. I am your host, Willimina Bukum. Well, today we're going to be starting with my usual guest, of course, Dr. Prince, live from Kuwait. And he's going to be giving us updates as to what is going on in Kuwait. Hello, Dr. Prince.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to listeners and viewers out there.
All right, Dr. Prince, would you mind to give us an update on the current corona status in Kuwait?
Looking at the current status of the coronavirus, and before going to the current status, let's look at the lockdown situation within the country. And there has been a lockdown that starts today, Sunday, the 11th of May, 2020, wherein we are observing a national lockdown from the Kuwait International. And nobody is allowed to go out, neither to do any other thing outside. But in the lockdown situation, there has been a provision of a walkout for people for 2 hours from 4:30 to 6:30, where you see thousands of residents and non-residents outside today during the evening hours. The locals, they are going around their various communities. Um, for the updates today, it's quite unfortunate that there have been a huge amount of coronavirus cases as of today, the 11th May 2020. We are having 598 confirmed cases as of today. As these are the various centers that I'm going to read out. Al Shaid government, we are having 74. Hawali government, we are having 131. For Wania government, we are having 256. Amadi, we are having 93, and Jaya, we are having 44. So far, so good. This is the total update as of today, the new confirmed cases in Kuwait.
So, how are the thing in terms of their movements, in terms of businesses? How is everyone coping right there in Kuwait?
It's rather unfortunate. It's not easy when it comes to the movement of people, things out. For people to stay indoors for 21 days as a national lockdown is a bit really not easy. But people are coping, trying to see how they can meet to this particular situation. to see how government will cure this particular epidemic, as cases are continuing to rise within the last 1 or 2 weeks, as we are receiving more cases and from the Indian nationals. And so far so good. The government is also trying to see how they can give a lot of support, that's foodstuff for people that are in the quarantine homes and those that are not in the quarantine home for the lockdown. But it's really not easy for Africans in retail for them to have some of these varieties. As you know, Africans, we are not used to some of these things. And when food supply is available, there are huge crowds. So a lot of Africans are not opportune to have some of these supply. But thank God for one organization commonly known as the the Brotherhood. The Brotherhood is one big organization it's that have 80% of Africans, even though they have other nationals there. That's the Brotherhood. They provide food accessories for other nationals, especially Africans. So far so good. They are trying their best, which is this brotherhood. They are trying to see how they can provide little bit, but it's really not easy for Africans for them to sustain as we are under this 21 days lockdown in the state of Kuwait. And today is the very first day we are starting the 21 days, even though there are some areas which have been locked down for the past 1 month. For example, the Mabula area where I'm situated. We have been in the lockdown for over 1 month, and there has been this national lockdown for the whole country inside Kuwait, and there is a provision of a walkout wherein we saw a lot of residents and non-residents going out within the period of 4:30 to 6:30 doing a walkout for them to have an exercise. But also, there has been a statement that it's risky because we are having an influx of people in the streets today going up and down doing the workout, which would increase the spread of the virus. So far so good. We are trying to see how government will try and come back with a statement to stop that particular workout because it will not good
All right.
for nationals and residents within the Kuwait.
We all know that this amnesty issue has been going on for some time now in Kuwait, and would like to get updates as to how Sierra Leoneans there are coping and what has the government of Sierra Leone done to ensure that they come to the aid of Leoneans in Kuwait.
Coming to the amnesty, the the embassy has been proactive when it comes to the amnesty. So far, so good. During the last 3 days, that's the 28th to the 30th of April last month, we um, we 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 visit the site wherein the embassy provide vehicles for various areas. They took our sisters and brothers that who are resident violators to the various centers, and the embassy has tried as best as possible to provide all traveling documents for those violators. But yeah, there are others which they reject because they still have residency, and according to the government, they said those who are rejected, they are not rejecting them because they don't want them to go, but they are not violators. This opportunity is given to only violators. So far so good. They are presently in the shelter where they are waiting for traveling home. But up till now, we have not get any official statement from the Sierra Leone government where they are going to accept people that are coming from Kuwait or not. But presently, nobody has left the shore of Kuwait for Africans who are going for the amnesty. So for the update for the amnesty, they are still in the shelter as the Kuwait government is still offering the variety, the variety for them. And today I spoke with few other members who are in the shelter. They give me updates on how we give them shelter and also providing food and other accessories for them. And the Kuwait government tried as best as possible to give tactically to each, which equivalent to $100 to each and every one, every individual that is traveling back home. So in the as of the amnesty, this is the current situation for the amnesty in the state of Kuwait.
All right, so inside salon, we get plenty things them way they go on right now, and you get for put your own comments as to what is expected concerning anything and where they go on. Well, we been get a few days ago the statement from the president concerning all them bad thing them way they go, especially with the issue where we happen na Tombo.
Evidence emerging from investigations have named known local leaders and members of the APC as being responsible for inciting, planning, financing, mobilizing, and in some cases actively participating in violent terrorist attacks against the people of this country. The silence of the national APC leadership on the activities, participation of their membership and executive members in these acts of terrorist violence, senseless loss of lives, injuries, and wanton destruction of public and personal property is truly disconcerting. And let us be very clear, citizens. The actions of these persons are not peaceful political expressions, as one expects in a democracy. Their actions are carefully planned, coordinated, well orchestrated, and executed acts of violent terrorism targeting the state, state officials, public buildings, and private persons and property. Like terrorists elsewhere, they even record their acts with telephone cameras, run self-valorizing commentaries on their acts of extreme violence and killing, and share those synchronously in WhatsApp forums. For each of the attacks at Longsa, Feridugu, Tombo, and the prisons breakout at the Pademba Road Correctional Center, known agents and associates of the All People's Congress Party have publicly predicted the precise date, target, and nature of the attacks. There is an obvious pattern. These attacks are therefore premeditated, orchestrated, and executed with a clear objective to make the state ungovernable. Persons who have been arrested are not being held because of their political beliefs or their professional work as journalists. Beating a journalist to death, persistently inciting people to violence against the state, and unauthorized carrying of loaded firearms, burning down homes and vehicles of chiefs, burning down hospitals and community health centers, burning down police stations, destroying telecommunications installations, burning down large parts of prisons, violently killing persons with machetes and iron bars are all criminal offenses. What each and all of them have done are not peaceful political expressions. They are either being held on criminal charges or being investigated for criminal violence and terrorism related offenses. Incitement to extreme criminal violence, arson, murder, and attempted murder, other felonious acts targeting the state, state officials, public officials, private citizens, and public and private persons are not peaceful political actions meant to foster peace in Sierra Leone. The right to free speech is guaranteed in our democracy and in our constitution. But no democracy guarantees a right to speech that incites criminal violence, foments hate and divisiveness, causes public disorder, and threatens the security and stability of the state. I'm certain that our international partners agree with us that prosperity and development are possible only when there is peace and stability. Countries that have prospered have always ensured first that peace and security are maintained. Our international partners, as moral guarantors of our peace, should therefore single out and wholeheartedly condemn persons and organizations associated with these acts of extreme violence against the state.
So the president be careful, caution anybody will go on for, push violence in the country. So what thing will be you say concerning that?
And looking at the statement from the president, naming the opposition for being a terrorist, and as they try for terrorize the states. Looking at the violence, the way that takes place all over the country, and as he names some places, them, and also the prison break, now the Pademba Road Correctional Center, a really unfortunate, and also some of the audios and video footages when they go around the social media. A really unfortunate, wherein they try for derail the efforts of the government. But so far so good, as the president, continue for say, they try as best as possible for put security in place and also measures in place for see that properties and lives are being secured, and then they try their best. But people then expect more from the new direction government, as they for provide the basic necessity for people them. And we they expect a lot for the people them out there, and this not to be time for violence, as we dey see a lot of violence they take place in various communities, various places within Sierra Leone. I always want to see Sierra Leoneans, especially the young people, we get the greater majority. Let me look back to the 10-year senseless war we don't go through. And since we don't go through that one, you know, we learn a lesson from it. Because at the end of the day, we not get nothing to show we now a very good thing. So let me not practice war, and let me not practice tribalism inside we country, because we don't know within a tribalism, we don't know within a partism. But within the last 5 to 10 years, we see a lot of tribalism and partism they come up inside the country. We probably from then comes in the president who that press release, and that press statement is when say the opposition when are the APC, then they do some terroristic acts, and then they attack the states. So so far so good. The president don't already make them very clear say they try to put measures in place for the short, we just dey pray that get total and tranquility today, because we must unity and justice. So like I believe in as things in the people in look out for.
Okay, well, something very interesting there, and we actually touched me with President Bin say nine speech, the time where Ebola come, according to he say he come and nobody no being there for call he come willingly for can help the people of Sierra Leone. But now that the corona don't come, a lot of people expect for give an open call, for encourage them for come on board. So what's your take on that particular line in his statement?
Well, when you look at the Ebola virus way back 2014, I believe say the former president, by Kuruma, being officially called the opposition, way by then in a be the flag bearer and aspirants for the SLPP. They been call him, I believe so, and I beget that statement the way severe blinding by them, be they na state house wey be the work na state house as special envoy na state house. E be get a welcome address the same way e go na state house for during the Ebola response. And I believe say the opposition and other members of parliamentarians them that country we don't get video footages and also videos and videos and also pictorial evidences where don't show say let us say don't be part of the fight against corona because we don't experience the Ebola virus. We also na similar virus them even the runners up by the 2018 election winner, Dr. Sambura, we see Usai able to meet a lot of Veronica buckets them and also hand sanitizer and other things them. Also, the deputy leader of parliament for the opposition winner, Chai Kuku, also we don't see video footages and also photo and produce them. We also go donate Veronica buckets and also hand sanitizers them and other access to them we get for do with the fight against corona. So I believe say everybody this now a call for concern because this now for national interest where everybody for putting hands on deck for let fight this deadly virus where they ravage the whole world. This not just a fight. Now everybody fight, so everybody will come on board and see how we go try and conquer this particular battle. This not to fight for Africa, now fight for the whole world. So not to only Sierra Leone will be an exception over this fight. After we get case system will increase every other day inside Sierra Leone. So I believe see everybody for putting hands together for see how we fight corona. But somebody not for sit down and wait see until then call them before a can fight. If let assume say you dey sit down dey wait, then the disease, the virus come right inside you the month. Then other you go come. So far so good. We don't want for somebody sit down and wait, say let them come here. But let them come, they can't join the fight as we see other parliamentarians and do them sacrifice, go to the various wards and communities them and they donate Veronica bucket. But also let not forget for the monitor them buckets and they for let people and use them for they wash their hand and also the hand sanitizer for the user. And also we don't see outside all people them they donate face masks. So let them put them to practice and let them continue to use them until we see the end of this deadly virus inside Sierra Leone.
All right, viewers, you're watching Global Talk on Amaze Television. I have two other guests, and it's of course DJ Pico is will be talking to us live from Freetown, and Faisal will be talking to us live from Dubai. Hello, Pico and Faisal.
Yeah, how are you?
Okay, it's good to have you. I'm okay. So, just yesterday, some nurses quarantine home na bo be they, express, then concern, say from where then carry them go na the place. Well, it was alleged that they know they supply them, a lot of things they go on where then they see where they don't like.
Yes, actually, and that one is very serious because yesterday me to find out say we get some nurses them way say the last time we get the first baby case from Bo we na be a doctor and later on the doctor be passed away and some of the nurses them say um, according to government, because of them they work with them boss, so therefore they need for go on the quarantine period, let them watch them. So during this process, then we can try for do some tests from some of the nurses already in the quarantine place in Abo. Then they for go and see how best how it. But then say when they come back and the virus. So the lady them in really comment because they find out see this new lady them in caution where they say that they get this sickness. It don't take 2 weeks, then they go work and they not be ever get in contact with this particular person where now be the first case where both been get where the person don't pass away. And they say if family member and woman and pikin and they not ever test them positive, them we not even work with the man for over 2 weeks, now then they can talk to and get the virus. So therefore, then they advise the civil society and the people where they in charge for make them go talk to them, let them see how best they will go for see the own side of the story, waiting they try for explain. Then they send strong message, they ask collect NGOs they come for make them go can try for know more about the situation. When the people come, according to them, and say people and here or
Not
call
yet.
the names them and they ask the people and say we want to see the results, but they not be able to make let them see the results. They just say no more. Then three ladies then they then forgo na free song because they don't show see they get positive on coronavirus. So that are the situation for
All
both
right.
songs.
Okay. Well, we also want to get your views on how the people in the react towards the president's speech we made a few days ago.
Well, that's one also another big issue presently because everybody gets no way they look at things them when it comes to and statements being made by and people away they in position like a stakeholder or the president. Like so many people in the field say the president in speech actually some people say the speech is okay. Some people and say the speech not okay. So like I try to sound the views of some of the people them. What make you think say the speech okay? Sometimes you say well Solomon is just like say king or dog for let dog know say die day. They say I make the president make am very slow use office from the people already about for they do this terrorist business because the kind way they behave like a terrorist. Well, now there's some people themselves can always come in and say, well, that particular statement they for let the president refer to Sierra Leoneans them say that they behave like a terrorist. That one not really go down well, despite the message where they send and as something they want for everybody to say it's serious over, but the way we use them is very bad. And also the moment where it begins to go light on the opposition party, when at the APC party, people then also see again say, well, this is like not something bringing us together as a element of peace. Because by right, if it be one for peace, you no need for make it a point political party. Then they expect and say for don't carry with a statement we involve everybody for make we come together and see how we effect for push the country go before rather than this kind of thing. Because based on the way he puts the statement, now it make some people feel say do am the right way. But as we all know, now the president despite if even he gets side himself where he wrong, I think he gets me advisor the way go really for tell and say, well, pa this kind speech next time we not for put this, we not for put this. But as of now, the speech already don't make and I don't think say that one gets for reverse anymore, you know. But the layman they actually they in a fear, more especially when the president give that speech we see one or two things them happen at the country we make people and begin refer to as based on the speech where the president give now it make some of them think they have been done they happen, like in the case of the resident minister for the north winner Abu Abu, some of them think they are so people watch at and say, well, now based on the president's speech, now he make himself go out and send them kind messages and they will not go down people in the country.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I will come back to you. Make a go quick to Faisal. Hello, Faisal.
Yes, hello,
Hello,
Wilmina.
Faisal. Yes,
Yes,
how you
hello,
do?
Wilmina.
And
Hello.
how is Dubai?
Yeah, fine. Dubai, good day. We are all here.
Yeah, and how the Corona business they carry on there.
Actually, as we all know, the way how the coronavirus they spread in the whole world and how it don't spread and it don't kill a lot of people. Well, almost like yesterday, the Ministry of Health and Prevention it confirms say the United Arab Emirates where it consists of seven Emirates them get 781 new cases we been come inside yesterday 781 new cases. This it don't come to the total na confirmed cases we na 18,198 confirmed cases we get. Well, actually now a total of 4,804 patients them now they now don't recover from the coronavirus. We 509 more we then do in a recorded the past few days. So which 13 more people them they don't die. So as for now, waiting now the thing we the United Arab Emirates government on they do is that them just put a total of people them I believe say then get the case where come yesterday to today. The Ministry of Health and Prevention it confirm also again say this na the first time in from since the coronavirus come inside the country for say na the highest cases in a day we receive a case of 781 new cases them. So these total cases don't come into a death toll where then give yesterday also. Say the Saudi Arabia then gets 1,912 cases, where the total case is 9,048, including 246 deaths, where come from the Saudi Arabia, where the United Arab Emirates then get a confirmation of yesterday to today. Again, Qatar again get 1,189 new cases, where the total of 22,530, including 14 deaths, now in Qatar then get. So come to Kuwait, although we don't get an update from the amount we can pay, so I'm not go able for in Kuwait again, but I could just jump into the United Arab Emirates for say 781 cases a day. Trust me, this is not the highest in a day inside the United Arab Emirates, where it come into total 18,118, including 198 deaths. So this now the thing where I believe say don't come so far. But yesterday to today, the ruler of the United Arab Emirates, Isef Pulwad Nado, Ibado say the United Arab Emirates where na Dubai, say na a country of where 90% na tourists them na different nationalities them na them they inside the United Arab Emirates and Dubai. So a pool what na do say 90% of the foreigners them last month na then come inside. You understand me? So this guy into say that it's like 500,000 where na the people them where na different nationalities them where then come into tourist country where them visit Dubai 2019. So it means that due to the epidemic we come now, it means that it just sees everything. It sees all things outside them forget the income. It sees outside them for believe say then go get some kind of things and way I believe say na day the right income they come talk of the transportations way na the RTA road transport and talk about the malls and way na the government malls them all them things and they but let me say the United Arab Emirates government they really put things in place or make sure say everything go cool and steady. And last again, waiting on for
Okay.
say the United Emirates also send an aid na Sierra Leone.
Well, that's na Faisal be the talk to we inside Dubai, and the type of tell me exactly within they go on inside Dubai. We'll come back to Faisal definitely, but I want to go back to in Freetown. There.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, so quickly, just tell me within at the situation right there at Tumbo right now and how everything they go on, especially in with regards to the president in speech.
Well, actually, and for nowadays, now the soccer community, the peninsula leading towards the Tombo axis, and this are one side we also people and they move very fast or come through by the Godwich end going to the Freetown city. You see some people are not sure how to go through the queue now the eastern side and to use this easier way now the western side. And as of this present moment, people them really not get happy with wetin happen. But like I said before, get me, the speech has already been made, and we just need for be an abiding citizen and make sure say we do the best thing for make the country go grow, and let we try for see how we for put this issue of politics corner and try for see how we for talk about development, because when elections then don't done, I think they always see we need to do now for let we talk about the development for see how we will able to push the country go before. And we know say the
All
Tumbo
right.
community then will get some very few. One of those days we they make themselves in the under full time curfew because of the riot will be take place there and the police then alleged say the youth them will get a weapon we then they use for fire against them, and but them decide for do house to house shots so that they go able for know exactly whether the weapon then keep them or they never forget the weapon from them. But up to now, as I dey tell you, we never get any source of that particular weapon. Police and they alleged say the youth them they use that day. Despite no policeman not be injured by the boys and weapon, according to them. But I think say them being just get a fear say there's a weapon and they need for try for retrieve them. But up to now they not retrieve that weapon. And the community now they don't allow vehicle them for they go through, and people don't begin to go through the normal business small other community.
Don't appoint David Morris Pandanoa as the Minister of Internal Affairs. A lot of ask questions as to why this was done, and most people know actually get the reason because there was no reason stated actually. So what's going on around that press release concerning the new appointed Minister of Internal Affairs?
Well, there is a lot in that particular issue because it's rather unfortunate and it has just been sudden for us to just get the emergency. I can call it that one. It's just an emergency press release that they have sacked the resident minister. Sorry, the minister of internal affairs, and the president has also appointed a new one, waiting for the approval of the parliament. Well, for me, nobody knows the reason why the president sacked the minister, and as he don't appoint a new one, always we go on for see, say, and he do in job, make he not decide for take side, make sure say he do according to the oath where he get for take, say he dey serve in country, and na only in country he dey try for serve. you no need for serve a particular individual. So those are some of the things that they don't give you problem at the country. We find out say so many people more wey dem get appointed wey na political appointed job some people dem can get, they can take am say I stand for serve me party, I no stand for serve any other person because the party and the president na dem don choose me to make am work na this position.
All right. PJ Pico being the talk to from Freetown. And I want to go again to the other guest with Prince. Hello, Dr. Prince.
Hello.
Yes, just give me your own take on the current things them way they go on na salon right now. The president in speech, Abu Abu in indefinite suspension, and of course the new appointment of the Minister of Internal Affairs.
Okay, looking at Sierra Leone as a people, we know what guys for dividing because Sierra Leone over 10 years we don't be one of the country the entire West Africa. So most of our for politics, tribal, and then other things that come for country in this short period. Looking at statement of the president, we the name the opposition right now, the Tubu, the Losai, the prison break, when you take an overall assessment of all of these things in the I listened to the BBC this evening. We interview the Secretary General for the main opposition asking the statutory himself for all of the activities they did, and also the Minister of Information, Bina Ayadoswari, also they try for bring a defense relating to the activities already they happen inside Sierra Leone. I just want to see how I will give this message to the youth them inside Sierra Leone. Let them try for no say we now one people them we serve one country. No matter how different we get, no we not allow this divide we because Sierra Leone, most of the country we believe tribal, we believe in religion, we believe in religious differences. We get um, we get that kind of mentality we see everybody for the same at the appointment and then also the sacking of the internal affairs. The president get an assessment we they do within the first 2 years we don't do so, and if you don't find out say a lot of people they lack on the position them, now a responsibility for fire them, bring in new people we they ready for work with an agenda because the president gets an agenda. But looking at Abu Abu in statement, it be unfortunate really for young people them, you go talk about shoot to kill inside the own side outside you come out. So young people them, then if they threaten them, say they go shoot to kill, they not go only kill them, but they go trace the young people them, the mama and then papa them, so that themselves face the wrath of the law. It be really unfortunate and yeah, the statement is not called for. So I feel say now the right decision the president take for it puts indefinite suspension. If they go to the extent, I don't follow the different from in duty because as a minister, responsible government body, for you short statements we get for lead to certain things them way people look the other way. So like if people they look at Abu Abu's statement compared to the president's speech, we don't already categorize set of people inside the country, say then are terrorists them. It means the terrorists attack way the government way the government the president they preach about, they come out directly from your side. Because if you listen to Abuabu's statement, you're unfortunate for they got him up as a president minister before young people them. They use short kind words them in front of them. You know, that one day they create something else where somebody will go to tell waiting will be the outcome within the next couple of minutes. You know, and we get a lot of young people so who will surround him with the tender way they give them statements in the, you know, not so it's not to the time for we begin build hatred based on party not really for the play party politics. Where they appoint you, not say you are civil servant. You role now for work. Now job then give you. And the job now for take full responsibility of the office. Not for use the office for intimidate other people. That is an intimidating statement. You know, you're unfortunate for the Abu use that particular statement. But I'm glad for His Excellency the President, for instance, the way take for that particular statement, the way Abu, you know, do na that particular community, the Usai, INSEF na the INSEF decide. Even though now they don't get another audio where they try for apologize to the president. But other people they will look and say they apologize for let secure a job. But again for apologize to the people of McKinney and also the youth them way they surround the way they do where they give them unfortunate statements and they not only to the president for secure a job, but to the people them way inside the government. So I believe say this time you take so far so good for the Sierra Leonean things them where you ask for.
Hello, Faisal.
Dr. Please.
Okay. Well, just quickly, because time not in our favor, just give you overall statement. What you expect say the government to do, and what you expect the Sierra Leoneans themselves to do, because the citizens themselves get a social responsibility for adhere to.
Yes, I'm actually on for Mecca just put everything in place in one basket. You know, for come first into the president's own speech way igi, you're not gonna point a finger to people where I believe say a finger the point in you. So when you they say is something to the public, no say na you na the ruler, no say na you did before, no say na you then they watch to and na you then they copy from. So if the president puts a speech, it point out say inside in speech it puts something like a terrorist inside. One of the words them way I believe say even if you tell an Arab person, you know glad for you, because if you point a finger to an Arab man, you tell and say, or even in family or in brothers, say you na a terrorist, it means that you don't start a war between una all two. So that just to say, then kind of is said to the public for make to the nationals of Sierra Leoneans that now one and half a mistake, and come to again for the suspension of the minister. Well, the president na appoint him. Everything where the president do, I believe say it gets a right for do that, because person like that no go team up in the public also, and to young people and for say shoot to it, it means if you say shoot to kill, it means you dey try for incite the other people or make there be a war themselves, for make them fight themselves. And I bet this now one of the things where not so good to the people out there. You don't say they apologize to the president, or apologize to anything. One thing waiting I try for say is that there is a word in Arabic language where they say لا ينفعك الندم بعد الخسران. It means a regret, they benefit you after where you don't spoil. It means that it don't spoil already. So there is nothing we tell on in apology. It just apologized no more. So it means that have the right and has the right or make it even sack him from in position. So far so good. And this I get for the meantime.
Thank you very much. Well, quickly we go on for go to you, DJ Pico, so that you go tell me what you go recommend, for make the citizens themselves go be law abiding and just listen to what in the president don't say. Of course, uh, the opposition, whoever is around there.
All right, thank you very much. And I just want to say, and in the side of Abu Abu, and to me, I think the decision where the president not make, they don't make. I think that's too enough. If you want for state, say, ready for make sure say, to bring calm sanity in the country. I think say that particular statement say, and it be we need to see and say for the indefinite suspension, I don't think say na all that it will be. At least he for like send the man, make the investigate the man, make the man able explain why he decide for use that particular word dey for in own people them where he did for govern. And as you know, and then she always say try to be at home. At least if you don't able to explain to the police them in detail, sometimes something the way you go come up with where you need and the zeal for make it come out against them they and even the thing can say if I be miss any kind thing like what be exist on one take place now but if I be miss them I for don't make them kill on all. No, we need for do more
And
dynamic and
and
for the thing about
DJ Pico.
yeah,
Yes, DJ Pico, because according to the footage where I watch concerning Abu Abu in stuff, you'd really notice say there was a hidden camera somewhere somehow, and this guy actually
yeah.
did talk the piece of in mind without even knowing that there was somebody recording him. What can you also get for say to that? Nobody is accepting that what he did was wrong, but you don't know because me see when the camera they move to different positions, and there were people there we not even notice something like that they happen, except person wait on and watch.
Well, that's the thing. One thing, the moment you don't become a figurehead, you get to know who type for talk and when for talk and waiting for talk. Because we get so many journalists out there where the camera, where you know go ever know, so they public, where they even identify themselves as a journalist. Because they are quiet one, they do the recording unbeknown to you while you just busy, you dey talk, who that they now you me. So as a figurehead, you get to make sure say you know the words the way you dey talk because for any word wey you dey bring out, people will see them as a policy statement, and therefore it might be good or it might be bad, but no say the moment you don't talk done, they get for the viral na the social media. Where again maybe you be the doer with a very good intention, but at the end of the day, that's one get for make you lost your job. We no go good. And me go just want for say and let all youth man and within as Sierra Leone, we will make sure say we abide to the rules and regulations of the country and within the president to say whether it be right for you, it not be right for you for the moment, as long as they don't pass them say now this the president want follow do, no abide to them for the sake of the love what we get for the country. Because we all know say presently we not get no other country in all it alone. And if we left we don't make we carry any because was something happen. How make we know say the youth then they suffer more than the big politicians. So if I get for go, I think that will be my advice to you all as youth because the youth now we now the future generation. And the old one then presently the politician the majority of them they get diploma passport. The moment they say, hey, now for one go na neighboring country, then fly away, then go. While we the youth then go left na the country, they kill themselves, we the ancestors they own picking another now. So we not go on for letting kind thing and they happen anymore at this country again.
All right. Thank you very much, DJ Pico. And of course, thank you to all my guests, DJ Pico, live from Freetown, Dr. Prince from Kuwait, and of course, Faisal from Dubai. My name is Willimana Buku, and I have been your host. Thanks for taking your time to watch the program. I'd like to say goodbye. Until next time.